up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Here's the kid sleeping. Thanks for tuning in, guys. So we got the motor back in the Spider. If you watched the last Spider video, we had the motor on a stand, and the next thing we had to do was get it in the engine bay. So here's first startup. Check it out, and we'll go from there.
Up. I want to take it up a little bit. Put me in it. Yeah. Just to get the wheel off the ground.
Pour some of that grape juice in there. Well. So we worked out some kinks. Let's pop the hood and talk a little bit about what we did here. All right, so it was getting hot after we put this new motor in. Found out the thermostat was stuck inside. So right now it's running without a thermostat. I think I may run it that way because this is the second time I had a thermostat do that. So I'd rather just let it warm up a little longer and be a little bit more on the safe side. Don't have to worry about getting stuck on the side of the road trying to remove a thermostat that's piping hot. So I may run it without it. I know there's pros and cons to that. Tyler gave me his old radiator, Mishimoto. I was using like a aftermarket one, like a Spider one. So we'll see. Hopefully that can only help. It's a lot thicker. We got two fans here. We got a pusher and a puller. Quality fans, spout fans. So hopefully we are ready to drive this thing. So I got a timing cover I'm going to put on. It's from eBay. Obviously I got to put on the intake. And then we got a couple of gauges that aren't working. The trans temp gauge, which we mounted here, and my regular temp gauge is not working. Aftermarket, the cheaper one. So if it's a gauge problem, we're going to use this AEM one that I'll just buy from Martin here at the shop, and we'll start there. There's a few little kinks, but obviously I got to button up the interior. But I'm just looking to be able to drive this thing, and then I can work out the small little things gradually. So this is all about just getting this new motor in. Again, this was Tyler's motor from 2GB Town that he had. Manly pistons, Manly rods, 2.0 crank, ARP everything. And then it's my head that I just had built. And then we went AM cam gears from Taylor, and I got his Kelford 272s. I think I said that already, but so yeah, I'm gonna get the cam cover on, get the intake pipe on, and maybe take her for a little spin, see how she feels, and then try and work out some of these gremlins, whether it's in this video or another video. But happy she looks like a car again. She's put together again. So yeah, we're gonna see what we can do here. But hopefully I can take her home. I gotta check on this because I've been filling this up like, I don't know, every other week. So you can see that thing's flat. So last time freaking valve stem was leaking, so I feel like it's leaking again. But yeah, let's do this. Okay. Yep. Ooh, E85 smells good. Speaking of, probably should put some more in. So as you can see, she's running, figuring some things out. radiator, not running the thermostat, everything's just been better cooling wise. So we took it for a drive. I didn't film at all because Tyler's, he was watching DSM Link, and it was at night. By the time we got the car out, it was dark, so there was really nothing to see anyways. But when we pulled into a couple of parking spots, we had to make a couple stops. We were trying to, like, you know, treat it like a daily driver. It stalled out when we were like just cruising really slow. So, and the lights were starting to flicker. So anyone who's been around, you know, DSM 1G, 2G, anytime your alternator starts to go, crazy things happen. And most of the time, one of the things that always happens is the lights flicker. All right, I had a couple gauges that were like working sometimes and not working. So I feel like that's due to the alternator as well. We'll see. But the lights flickering, it you know, it went down to 500-600 RPM at times when we were pulling through parking lot just coasting. So it's definitely you know, pulling from the battery. So we're gonna get a new alternator on it. I just did that alternator like a year and a half ago, right before the last shootout that I went to. So yeah, I think it was about 18 months ago or so. So that sucks because that did leave me stranded on the road. So I didn't even want to risk trying to drive it home from the shop and do the alternator here because I'm not sure I would have made it home. And then I would have been waiting for a tow truck, you know, 8 o'clock at night. So we're just gonna do the alternator there. It's behind the block. I have the relocation kit. Good thing, bad thing about that is there's more room up front, but the bad thing is doing the alternator is not, you know, a 20-minute job like it is in the front. You know, it's kind of quicker when you do it in the front. Last time we went from underneath, we took the T-case off, we took the exhaust off, and we just did it from underneath, just because it was hard to get behind that intake manifold. So, but we're just gonna do it at the shop. It'll be a lot easier using the lift. You know, should be done, you know, in a timely manner compared to doing it in my garage. But we did do it in the garage. If I remember, I'll put a link for the video for when we did that, and yeah, we'll go from there. But so let's get the alternator in, and then we can work out the small little problems, whatever's left to do. But everything was good. The temp was good. The motor sounded way healthier than the last motor. That was loud, and it was a half-filled block, so it was getting hot. But also, I think that thermostat was stuck too. But the last block was just kind of, I felt like it was kind of built loose. So I think we made a good move by getting this motor from Taylor. And, you know, I know it's only got a couple thousand miles on it, and I know who built it, and I know what parts are in it. You know, it's 100%. So we're on the right path. It felt good to drive the car. It was fine while we were cruising. Voltage stayed fine, but it was when we were getting in the parking lots and things like that that it was fighting to breathe. So yeah, we'll go from there. It felt good to drive the car. We're on the right path. DSM life, baby. Take care, guys.